When you're at Universal Studios, you're mainly focused on the rides and the shops and stuff, obviously. But there are a lot of interesting Easter eggs that most people aren't looking for and probably don't even notice. So we compiled a list of our top 12 Easter eggs that you can find at Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure.
Are there any hidden secrets here?
Not right here, no.
Oh.
Beginning with Islands of Adventure, in the main walkway in the port of entry, there's this window that looks like it goes to a prison or something, and it looks like someone has clearly escaped from the prison. I have no idea who or what they were in for, or why they paused to take the time to write "See ya" on the rocks, but clearly they made their escape. The second Easter egg is in Hogsmeade at Borgin & Burke's, which is a store where you can buy various things. There's a lot of those in the park. On the wall behind the cashier is this list of closing procedures. It's pretty normal for the most part, except for step 4, which says double check the lock on the Monster Book of Monsters, and then in teeny tiny text beneath that it says, you know what happened last time. I don't know what happened last time, but I'm not sure that I want to know. And then step 7, which says cast a security spell. And here's a spooky video of the Monster Book of Monsters in action. Going crazy. Just like my cat does. Right outside of Borgin & Burke's is the Owlery, where you can see several different owls hanging out in the rafters. But there's one owl in particular that will only show up at certain intervals throughout the day. There's this hole in the wall with like a curtain around it that every so often an owl will pop out of it like a cuckoo clock. We didn't see it while we were there, but we did find the hole that we're pretty sure is where it would come out of. So next time you're at the Owlery in Hogsmeade, maybe hang around and see if you can spot the Cuckoo-clock Owl. And Haley's zooming in directly onto my face. Moving on to the Lost Continent, there is a building that is called Star Souls, and in that shop, you can actually get psychic readings done. We watched somebody get tarot cards read, and it was pretty interesting. So check that out. It's not really an Easter egg, but it's just something that most people probably aren't aware of.
Were you listening to the psychic reading while we were in there?
Somewhat, yeah.
It sounded cool.
I got a video of it.
It sounded real down to earth. It's like, this card is the one for anxiety.
Yeah.
Also in the Lost Continent, if you go on a little adventure behind the Mythos restaurant, there is a little bridge that goes over the water, and from the bridge you can hear the sound of a troll under the bridge. He sounds like something like that.
Oh, it's creepy.
Right?
Yeah.
There's also a bunch of fish. Maybe it's just the sound of the fish's stomachs growling because they can smell the food in the restaurant. So, the next Easter egg is in Seuss Landing. As you're walking by the Mulberry Street store, there's these 3 dudes chilling out on the wall, and the guy on the left with the white beard and the top hat and the glasses is actually Dr. Seuss himself. Also in Seuss Landing, if you head towards the water, you may find yourself at Sneetch Beach. And on Sneetch Beach, you can see Sneetches playing in the water, you can see their towels on the beach, this cool sand castle, and if you listen closely, you can actually hear what's being played on the radio.
And now today's weather. I'm quite certain to say will be sunny side up. Wingless, cloudy and gray. But until that does happen, please take this advice. Enjoy your today while the weather's still nice.
I mean, it's kind of cloudy.
At the turn will be...
And just outside of Seuss Landing, there's a yellow submarine, which you have to listen really carefully when you're there, but you can kind of hear just the faintest sound of people inside the submarine talking. And the last Easter egg in Islands of Adventure is right up at the front. There is a place where you can rent like scooters and wheelchairs and baby strollers. But right outside of the area where you rent these is this big sign listing tons of all these other different types of vehicles that are unavailable to rent for various reasons, including a time machine which is stuck in the 6th century? Hold on, it's stuck in some century. The next Easter egg is on the studio side of Universal Studios. In Springfield, in the corner of Moe's Tavern, is this love tester.
Squeeze the handle, test your love level. Okay.
I don't think you have to do it that hard.
Wow.
Moving on to Diagon Alley at Wiseacre's Wizarding Equipment Store. If you look up when you're in the store, you can see all these telescopes and like planets and stars and stuff. Those are all actually made out of the leftover parts from the defunct Jaws ride. So they used parts from the ride to make all these different things, which is really cool. Now, speaking of Jaws, if you head out of Diagon Alley into the London area of the park, there is another Jaws Easter egg in the record store window. One of the records is named after a quote from the movie, "Here's to swimming with bow-legged women," which rhymes, I just realized. Nice. The Quint Trio. I wonder if that's also a reference. So thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe to GNSA Real Estate and Travel for more videos about travel and real estate and mortgage, all that exciting stuff. If you're wondering who I am Hayden, the son of Gary Butcher. I make all the videos that you find on this channel. So, catch you next time. I think I'm done. I think I did it. I think we're good.